Hey, what's going on, guys? So, another one for you guys tonight. We're going to do some market recap with opportunities that might present itself to us tomorrow. Last night, we talked about Microsoft, and it sure did present that opportunity to us today. And hopefully, whoever watched the live last night or earlier today, they took advantage of Microsoft. Riot also did what it was supposed to do as far as broke. It dropped in the middle, in the beginning of the day first, but then it came afterwards and broke the high, which it went to the upside. So profit was there to take. I'm still holding on to Riot as well. So just to let you guys know, I'm still holding on to Riot. So as far as tomorrow, before we even get into tomorrow, guys, if you like what you're hearing as far as what I'm giving for as far as value, guys, please go ahead and make sure you like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let YouTube know that I'm providing valuable information. All right, so now we're gonna jump on to the charts, and I'm just gonna go over as far as what we did today as far as trades. Now today we did meta puts, and we got out of meta puts because it didn't look too well. Okay, so on meta puts, I'm going to show you why we got into meta puts, and at the same time why we got out of meta puts, cutting our losses pretty quick as well, right? So right here on meta, we actually have a situation where we came down, and on the daily we actually hit, right? On the daily, we had hit a resistance early on in the, like, right in the beginning of the morning, which is this line right here. So it rejected off that line and fell. Okay. So that's where you see that inverted hammerhead right here. So once I saw that, I looked for the breakout below that. That shows a reversal to the downside, right? So I was thinking or looking for Meta to come down to the next sell zone, which would be at that point 700. And if we break down this level, then I mean it was all out war at that point with Meta. But in a sense, we chopped all morning, which I didn't like. I didn't like the chopping because I was seeing chop the whole time. Once we broke here, I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on, because based on the 30 minutes, we was 3-1. Yeah, we was a 3-1 on here as well. We was hitting right here. So I'm like, all right, on the 1 hour, it was the same thing. So it was a lot of chop today. Cause look, right here, it was a lot of chop as well. So once I saw the break above here, then that's when I'm like, all right, it's time to get out the trade at that point. So we cut Meta at a small loss today. And then same thing with Google. Now with Google, I had my alert go off for Google. And like I said, anytime my alert go off for Google, I'm gonna take that trade regardless. All right. I was a little bit slow to take it because of how the chart's set up. And I'm like, man, Google, I didn't want to really touch Google as much because the simple fact that with Google, it had earnings tomorrow. So even though we was in that trade to the downside, because I got a alert for puts, the thing is, those contracts weren't moving. The good thing is they didn't move against us a lot either. Okay, because we have earnings in the evening, Google was doing a lot as far as just sideways for the day. So if you look, we had that move, we had that initial move to the downside. We got in right here, but afterwards, no, we actually got in right here. But with that little small drop, it wasn't enough for profits. And then we just start bouncing around. Okay. So those are what happened today. We cut Google as well for a small loss, and then we got into Riot. So Riot was the third trade. Now, I did see something afterwards, which was we spoke about this on Signal Sunday Signal, where I talk about JP Morgan. Okay. Now, this is something I called out on Sunday Signal, JP Morgan, and Bank of America. Okay. The reason why we talked about those is because the financial sector right now, XLF, we had a beautiful candle on it as far as for the weekly. So if you look, we have this hammer. Looking on the weekly, we reversed. We broke right here, which I said once we broke right here, we're going to go up to the target. And we're almost at target right now. The first target is going to be the body right here, followed by the second target at the top. So we almost at target, and Bank of America has the same setup. Okay. Bank of America has the same exact setup, but Bank of America didn't hit target yet. Okay. Followed by that. So Bank of America did not hit target yet. So right now I'm still holding on to some Bank of America, but today I closed out the JP Morgan. I actually went into some JP Morgan right after the break. I got an alert that it broke the day. So I took some JP Morgan and did over 120% on these. And then I'll let it go at the top because I saw that it was at the top. And right now we at all-time highs on JP Morgan. So tomorrow I'm expecting we can either go one of two ways. That's point blank period. What I don't want is to be up 120% and wake up tomorrow, price gap down, and now I'm at break even. Okay. Now we can gap up to the upside, and that's completely fine. But we have unemployment that's coming out at 8:30, and that can bring the market two different ways. So with that, I took the profit and I closed that out. Now going into tomorrow, um, we're going to talk about what we see in going into tomorrow, right? The opportunity that's presenting itself right now. Before I even talk about that, guys, again, just give me a like. Also, let YouTube know if you're getting valuable information. Before I go into tomorrow, as far as the trade, we want to see what's happening tomorrow, right? So, tomorrow is Thursday. There's a lot of news happening all over, not only in America, but you have Europe, you have GBP, JPY, you have all of these that are GBP, not sorry, not GBP JPY, but GBP. So you have all these news that are happening now. They might not affect us as much, right? But it will have an effect on the market, period. But now when you're talking about US, we have unemployment at 8:30. Every Thursday we have unemployment claims, followed by 9:45. You're gonna have news as well. And then 10 o'clock, you have new home sales. So expect tomorrow to have some volatility between that between open and about 10 o'clock to 10:30. You're gonna have some type of volatility. Now, plain in mind, when the market open, we're gonna see what unemployment claims come out at. Okay, if the numbers are good, that means what we could expect the market to play on that as well. So tomorrow, going into tomorrow, there's two plays, not actually two plays. I'm gonna talk about one play. I might give you guys two. Gonna talk about one play that I see. Yesterday we talked about Microsoft and we talk about Riot, right? So I'm going to talk about Microsoft again because now Microsoft is presenting another opportunity to the upside. Okay. Microsoft did what it was supposed to do as far as what I talk about. I said if Microsoft break below here, then we're going to come down for Microsoft, right? So we came down. So if you did options, if you did puts on the break of Microsoft, then we know that you could have took profit. That's a $5 drop. Okay. So with that, you would have been way, way profitable on that. Now, Microsoft is now presenting an opportunity to the upside. And that's the thing that I love about options because you could make money going down and you could make money going up. So right now we have a perfect hammerhead that's showing on on the daily. Now, some people might argue and say, "Hey, this is not a hammerhead because it's not green." Whoop-de-doo, okay? Um, your preference, okay? But right now we're showing a hammerhead. This is how a hammer looks, okay? So it could be red, it could be green. It doesn't matter for me as far as this, right? It shapes like a hammerhead. What we're looking for is a break of the high. We're looking for a break of this day on Microsoft tomorrow. If we break right here on Microsoft tomorrow, right, then we're looking for target to be previous day high at 510. Okay. That's going to be the target on that for Microsoft tomorrow. Now, bear in mind, if the numbers come in good tomorrow, the market will push, which of course, this would lead into why Microsoft should push up and probably continue up back to highs because you have QQQ did some crazy stuff today. You have SPY did some crazy stuff today. The market is at all-time highs and we're still pushing. Okay, so with this, we could still reverse. We could reverse. We came down, test VWAP, right? Break VWAP a little bit, but come back up. And now we're above VWAP again. And a break of this will go to back to the upside. Now, with that said, I'm very generous, so I'm going to talk about another one. Okay. So with that, we're going to look at coin. Okay. And coin is showing the same opportunity like Microsoft is. Okay. So with coin, coin came down, coin broke to the downside, right? But now what coin did? Coin came down, test VWAP, bounce off of VWAP, and give you this this candle right here. So a break above right here, a break above this high will give you two things, right? We gap down on coin. So because we gap down, I wouldn't have traded coin today. And the reason why I wouldn't have traded coin because it gapped down. Okay. That's the reason why I wouldn't have traded it because it gapped down. Now, if I probably looked at the 15-minute candle, would I have traded it? No, I wouldn't have traded it. I probably would have tried to trade it back to the upside, to be honest with you. Because on this 15-minute drop, on all this drop, I wouldn't have probably traded it. I would have waited for the candle um before I trade. And then hold on, let me see. It did break the day. So it did break the day. So I might have would have traded. Okay. I might have. I don't know. But this gap right here would prevent me from doing certain things because I don't like trading gaps. So with that said, guys, there's two things that there's couple targets that you could look at for coin. Number one, you have a gap that needs to be filled. Okay. So you have this gap right here that needs to be filled on coin. So tomorrow, if we break here, if we break this high, we know that number one, the first target should be the top of the gap, which is going to be basically 404 44. So 404.44 is going to be that target. Okay. That's the first target. So once we break above this high, which is the high is 472. Once we break above that, then we could say, all right, the first target is going to be close of gap. Once we close that gap, then the next target is going to be the resistance line. Okay, right here. So we're going to have that resistance line right here. I need to probably bring it over a little bit more. So we're going to be right here. Then we're going to have target at the body. Okay, going back up to here. And then finally the top at 420. So those are going to be the targets once we break. So you have target number one is going to be to close a gap. Target number two is going to be basically, and if you look at all of these guys, these are all psych levels. 404.44 is basically 405. 409.75 is basically 410, right? 404.19 is basically right at 420. Okay, so these are all psych levels, and if you look right here where this stop at, if you come over here and look left, we have 413 as well. So we have a level right here that it actually came right at right here and gap up. Okay, so there's a couple levels that price respected that you have to look at. Okay, but we definitely know if we break above here, we're gonna close this gap right here. All right, so those are the two opportunities that I'm gonna give you guys as far as what you could look for reversal tomorrow. Those are two good looking candles. If we break above those highs, those are good opportunities for calls that you could take up. Now, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. Let me just to let you know. But guys, if you find this information valuable, go ahead, hit the like button like always, like I said, and let YouTube know that you find the information valuable by commenting as well. All right. Make sure you subscribe. And until tomorrow, guys, hope y'all have a safe and great trading day tomorrow. All right, guys. See y'all later.